extraordinary, but no one there to see. Neither my mother nor my father could come and see the play on opening night. My mother because she had this thing at work, and my dad because his new wife was going to have her baby any second now, and he had to be on call. Zach couldn't come to opening night either. He had a volleyball game against collegiate, and he couldn't miss it. Collegiate? I don't know. He wanted me to miss the opening night so I could come to cheer him on. My friends all went to the game, of course, because all their boyfriends were playing. Even Ella didn't come. Given a choice, she chose the crowd. So on opening night, no one that was remotely close to me was even there. And the thing is, I realized in my third or fourth rehearsal that I was good at this acting thing. I felt the part. I understood the words that I spoke. I could read the lines as if they were coming from my brain and my heart. And on opening night, I can honestly say I knew I was going to be more than good. I was going to be great. And I was going to be extraordinary. But there would be no one else there to see me. We were all backstage, nervously running through our lines in our heads. I peeked through the curtain at the people taking their seats in the auditorium. And that's when I saw Augie walking down the aisle with Isabel and Nate. They took 3 seats in the 5th row near the middle. Augie was wearing a bow tie, looking around excitedly. He had grown up a bit since I'd last seen him, almost a year ago. His hair was shorter, and he was wearing some kind of hearing aid now. His face hadn't changed a bit. Davenport was running through some last-minute changes with the set decorator. I saw Justin pacing off stage left, mumbling his lines nervously. "Mr. Davenport," I said, surprising myself as I spoke, I'm sorry, but I can't go on tonight." Davenport turned around slowly. "What?" he said. "I'm sorry. Are you kidding me?" "Well, I muttered, looking down. "I don't feel well. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going to throw up." This was a lie. "It's just last-minute jitters." "No, I can't do it, I'm telling you." Davenport looked furious. "Miranda, this is outrageous." "I'm sorry." Davenport took a deep breath, like he was trying to restrain himself. To be truthful, I thought he looked like he was going to explode. His forehead turned bright pink. "Miranda, this is absolutely unacceptable. Now go take a few breaths and—" "I'm not going on," I said loudly, and the tears came to my eyes fairly easily. "Fine," he screamed, not looking at me. Then he turned to a kid named David, who was a set director. "Go find Olivia in the lighting booth. Tell her that she's filling in for Miranda tonight." "What?" said David, who wasn't too swift. "Go," shouted Davenport in his face. Now, the other kids had caught on to what was happening and gathered around. "What's going on?" said Justin. "Last-minute change of plans," said Davenport. "Miranda doesn't feel well." "I feel sick," I said, trying to sound sick. "So why are you still here?" Davenport said to me angrily. "Stop talking, take off your costume, and give it to Olivia, okay? Come on, everybody, let's go, go!" I ran backstage to the dressing room as quickly as I could and started peeling off my costume. 2 seconds later, there was a knock, and Via half opened the door. "What is going on?" she said. "Hurry up, put it on," I answered, handing her the dress. "You're sick?" "Yeah, hurry up." Via looked around, looking stunned, took off her shirt and jeans and pulled the long dress over her head, and I pulled it down for her, and then zipped up the back. Luckily, Emily Webb didn't go on until 10 minutes into the play, so the girl handling hair and makeup had time to put on Via's hair up in a twist and do a quick makeup job. I've never seen Via without a lot of makeup on, or with a lot of makeup on. She looked like a model. "I'm not even sure I'll remember my lines," Via said, looking at herself in the mirror. "Your lines?" "Oh, you'll do great," I said. She looked at me in the mirror. "Why are you doing this, Miranda?" "Olivia!" It was Davenport shouting from the door. "You're on in 2 minutes. It's now or never." Via followed him out the door. So I never got the chance to answer her question, and I don't know what I would have said anyway. I wasn't sure what the answer was exactly. The performance. I watched the rest of the play from the wings of just off stage, next to Davenport. Justin was amazing, and Via, in that heartbreaking last scene, was awesome. There was one line she flubbed a bit, but Justin covered for her, and no one in the audience even noticed. I heard Davenport muttering under his breath, "Good, good, good." He was more nervous than all the students put together. The actors, set decorators, the lighting team, the guy handling the curtains. Davenport was a wreck, frankly. The only time I felt any regret, if you could even call it that, was at the end of the play when everyone went out for the curtain calls. Via and Justin were the last of the actors walking out on stage, and the audience rose to their feet. And when they took their bows, that, I admit, was a little bittersweet for me. But just for a few minutes later, I saw Nate and Isabel and Augie making their way backstage, and they all seemed so happy. Everyone was congratulating the actors, patting them on the back. It was that crazy backstage theater mayhem where sweaty actors stand euphoric, and while the people come worship them for a few seconds. In that crush of people, I noticed Augie looking kind of lost. I cut through the crowd as fast as I could, and I came up behind him. "Hey," I said, "Major Tom." After the show, I can't say why I was so happy to see August again after so long, or how good it felt when he hugged me. "I can't believe how big you've gotten," I said to him. "I thought you were going to be in the play," he said. "I wasn't up to it," I said, "but Via was great, don't you think?" He nodded. 2 seconds later, Isabel found us. "Miranda," she said happily, giving me a kiss on the cheek. And then to August, "Don't ever disappear like that again." "You're the one who disappeared," Augie answered back. "How are you feeling?" Isabel said to me. "Via said you got sick." "Oh, I'm much better," I said. "Is your mom here?" said Isabel. "No, she had work stuff, so it's actually not a big deal for me," I said truthfully. "We have 2 more shows anyways, though I don't think I'll be as good at Emily as Via was tonight." Nate came over, and we had basically the same exact conversation, and then Isabel said, "Look, we're going to have a late night dinner to celebrate the show. Are you feeling up to joining us? We'd love to have you." "Oh, no," I started to say. "Please," said Augie. "I should go home," I said. "We insist," said Nate. By now, Via and Justin come over with Justin's mom, and Via put her arm around me. "You're definitely coming," she said, smiling her old smile at me. They started leading me out of the crowd, and I have to admit, for the first time in a very, very long time, I felt absolutely happy.